high school crowds that we've ever played in front of for Midland.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a perfect venue. Marshall, the great stadium, and Ironton, is not very far. And I've told people this. Marshall's a lot like Midland and Ironton in the fact that we're surrounded by the tri-state. Even when I played, a lot of our players came from the tri-state area. This whole region, and that's what Marshall is, and kind of that's why there was so much support, I think, from Ironton and even local people from across the river wanting to watch the game, or people in the Huntington area, from this whole region. I think it was such a big game because everybody could recognize both programs, both schools, and they knew it was going to be a good game, and it was on Saturday night, and Marshall was out of town, so everything lined up, and the weather was great, so kind of lined up for a special night of high school football, and it was neat. It was great to see. It was great to be a part of, even as a former player at Marshall. Just, it wasn't about me, but just, to be a part of that. It's a neat thing. We heard Coach Gell speak the day of, at the fountain to our players about, and I wanted them to understand the importance of Marshall football in this community as well. So I think they got a full experience, and that's what it's about.
Well, in your team's performance, I thought defensively, like you said, you had a few times where you kind of bent a little bit there, but they played solid. Your linebacking core, defensive line was in the backfield pretty much all night long, like we've expected so far this season. But offensively, the offensive line, I thought, did a really good job at opening up holes. And Curtis Jones Jr. with 3 touchdowns on it. And Shockey, not only passing the ball, had really good percentage in passing, but also running the ball too. And like you said, there's still a few mistakes to kind of work on a little bit and hold on to football or penalties or whatsoever deal. But, everybody performed perfectly, it seemed like.
Yeah, everybody contributed, and that's what, we looked at, playing big games. Kurt's got to play well, and Cannon's got to play well, and Michael's got to play well, and Shockey's got to make plays, and, Branch made some plays, Miles made some plays. So, ultimately, and our offensive line did a great job in patrolling the line of scrimmage, and they've gotten better each week, from the Johnson Central scrimmage to this date. Totally different group, but there's, 3 sophomores and 1 junior on that line. So, they're going to continue to get better. They're athletic and physical. And so, it's just a matter of them getting better each week, which that's what we're pressing this week. And it's kind of what our message is every week: get better day by day and earn each day and get better, earn it. And I feel like they've done that. They're happy. They're having fun. Anytime you're 3-0 against 3 good opponents, they're going to be happy. And you want them happy. There's high school football, but they know that they can continue to get better, and that's the main thing.
All right, real quick before we take a break and talk about South Charleston on the back end of that, but I do have to ask you one more thing about what we saw last Saturday night, and put your administration hat on and your Marshall alum hat on too. We saw something that had never been done at that stadium, in having a high school football game like that. Do you think that sets the stage? You think Marshall looked at it and went, this might work out to do even more things like this? Would you like to see kind of almost like a classic type thing where maybe they got 3 games in a day or something like that?
Yeah, I think it could be big. I think there's really good football in this area, and I think anytime you showcase a neutral, place like Marshall, which has unbelievable facilities and just, for this area, everything that it has to offer is a huge benefit, from, the parking to the, just everything from the indoor facility they have, just, to everything that they have to offer. I think it's really neat. And I think there's good programs, and I think anytime that you can showcase your kids and put them in an environment like that, we got numerous kids who are committed to Division I, so, that is kind of neat for them, but it's neat for the kid who's on kickoff. It doesn't matter, but at the same time, it does showcase your team and your program, and not everybody gets to see that all the time because there's different, other high school games going on. So when it was a special night, a special day against a good program, I think that's neat and I think for the future, I think it'd be good anytime you do anything like that for the kids.
And I think another great tool for Marshall to use for recruiting, to get kids on the field to be able to see the facility and everything too. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a win-win for everybody.
Very much so. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the South Charleston Black Eagles as we get you ready for kickoff. It is Cabell Midland and the Black Eagles coming your way right here on 97.9 The River.
When you think of insurance, hometown
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week is presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute. Fueled by your neighborhood Parmar store. If there's not a Par Mart store near you now, there will be soon. And sponsored by Huntington Highway Safety Distracted Driving, Chase and Elkin State Farm, Tax Masters Pro Books, and Kid Sale.
Hi, I'm Doug Nestor. I'm from Canova, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you can find me at my local Par Mart store.
We have that gold and blue pride at your local Par Mart store. We are coming to your neighborhood soon. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, we have you covered. Download the Par Mart app and sign up for the Par Mart Rewards Card. Food, gas, groceries, and more, we are gold and blue proud, and we are Par Mart stores.
If there's not a Par Mart store near you now, there will be soon.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington. A fun, casual joint.
You really can't get much for $5 these days, unless...
Is that a real song?
I think she liked it.
Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Biggie Bag.
Will be there when you need them.
Marsha Slater in Barboursville is that State Farm agent. She's got your back when things go wrong. So call her today at 304-736-6100. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Wendy's has changed the burger game with their new loaded nacho cheeseburger. How, you might ask? Well, here's a few cheesy reasons. It starts with a fresh, never frozen beef patty, protected by 2 layers of melty American cheese, crunchy tortilla strips, then, wait for it, creamy queso. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Brought to you by Wendy's. Try Wendy's new loaded nacho cheeseburger today.
Nate Allen takes you home from work. Weekday afternoons right here on 97.9 The River.
Welcome back, everybody. Jason here with you as we get you ready for kickoff tonight. Head coach Luke Salmon's here with us as the Knights get ready to take on the South Charleston Black Eagles. And head coach, we're not going to sugarcoat anything. It has not been a great season for South Charleston. Down on numbers. They have a new coach this year. It's one of those frustrating ones. I'm sure as an outside coach, you look at it and you feel bad for how bad it has kind of been for them. But still, it's your opponent. They're coming into your house tonight. What do you anticipate with the Black Eagles? They're always going to have some great athletes.
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough, and I know coaching's hard, period, win or lose. And I think, and they're kids, I mean, a lot of times people, want to put everybody on a platform but it's high school football, and I think their coach, I've met him a few times, and I felt like he was a great guy and a great person. So, I have respect for them and their kids, and, they're working every day to become better. Are they great this year? I mean, they haven't had a lot of success, but I know this sounds really weird, but we kind of face each team, the same way. We prepare for them the same way. We work on them the same way from Ironton to South Charleston. It's the next game, and it's another opportunity. We only got 4 home games for our kids. So, anytime you have 4 home games, you work all year for that opportunity. It's a special night. So we're excited. We're excited. We don't know what the outcome will be, but, we'll adapt and adjust and figure it out as we go. But, I'm excited about our kids playing on Friday nights, and they're excited about being home. Like I said, they had GW week 1 home, and, they have respect for South Charleston just like any opponent, and we prepared the same. And, we're excited.
What have you seen on film with South Charleston? I mean, what kind of things do they show you a little bit that you guys have to be aware of?
Well, I mean, anytime you're a new coach, everything's new. So, especially, I always tell people in our conference, you're a new coach. I mean, it's really hard because you don't have a chance to breathe. You don't have a chance to try to figure it out because you look and oh my gosh, we're going to play this thing. They're on a state level, So I think they're trying to figure things out. I think their kids play hard. I think they got good scheme. It's just a matter of, putting it all together. And, they got some good athletes, like you mentioned. The running back runs really hard. So, it's just a matter of, them, to be honest, I think they need more time. I think they're going to continue to get better because it seems like they know what they're doing. And, when you play tough teams every week, it's a huge challenge being a coach and doing that, especially in year one.
Coach, we wish you the best of luck tonight against South Charleston, and looking to see you bring home another W.
Absolutely. We appreciate you. Go Knights.
Well, there you have it, folks. The head coach of the Cabell Midland Knights, Luke Sammons, as his team prepares to take on the South Charleston Black Eagles. We will get you ready for kickoff with the coin toss, and we'll set the starting lineups for you next, right here on 97.9 The River.
Even more money.
Here at Mount West is to facilitate student success in a variety of ways.
Students know that somebody cares. They know that there's somebody on the other table that is willing to do everything they can to make them successful.
Somebody can walk in the door not knowing what they want to do, and they can talk through what their options might be.
There's a program or a pathway for you here at Mount West. We have a pathway for anybody.
Barboursville Fall Fest 2023 is coming. Wednesday, September 27th through September the 30th. Carnival rides Wednesday through Saturday, and the parade on Thursday. Friday night, September 29th, it's Burning Ridge and Madhouse. And on Saturday, September 30th, the Village of Barboursville welcomes country superstar Chris Cagle live. Chris Cagle. There'll be arts and crafts, a car show, and so much more. Fall Fest 2023 in the Village of Barboursville, September 27th through the 30th.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
And the South Charleston Black Eagles, the Midland Knights, have made their way out on the field wearing the red uniforms, big old white numerals, which we love as radio guys, trimmed in black, and those pewter helmets, the red pants to go along with it too. Jason Toy, Kent Bryson here with you as we get you ready for tonight. South Charleston making their way out from the locker room, white jerseys, white pants, black helmet with the Black Eagle logo on either side of it as we get ready for tonight's matchup. When you look at things here tonight for South Charleston, has not been the greatest of seasons. 214-0. They've been outscored in 3 games this year. Started off on the road at Morgantown with a 65-0 loss, and of course that big loss at home against Huntington, 86-0. Most recently coming off a loss 63-0 to Parkersburg on the road. For Cabell Midland, 3 straight wins, 49-21 over GW to start things off on Thursday night. That big win on the road at South Charleston, 28-20. And then, of course, the win last week in the battle at the border with Ironton, and 34-21 the final score last week, as the Knights were able to pick up the victory and bring home the big old battle at the border trophy back to Ona here for the next 360-plus days. Kent, that was a big, we just heard about it from Coach Luke Salmons there, that it's that was a really big deal last week in the aspect the players loved it. The kids got a chance to go play on the field at Marshall in that big stadium, and we had a packed house. So the community loved it, too, between both sides, between the folks here at Midland and at Ironton.
I got to tell you, one of the things I'm hearing even this week, a week after the game, is what a win it was for the Tri-State. If you had to designate the elite football programs in this community for the years that I've been following high school football, I think Ironton would at least be top 2 on everyone's list. So to establish yourself by playing a team who people will tell you, regardless of class delineation, they felt was traditionally the best team in the Tri-State, that says something for your program, and particularly with Midland's program, which is only 30 years old.
Yeah.
Their 30th birthday coming up. I think it's a defining win, not only for the program but also for the coach. So I'm hoping tonight's game they will carry over. Last week's game wasn't flawless, but it was pretty good. And this week's game, I think really the competition with Midland is just within themselves.
Caden Bowen, one of the captains here tonight, along with Curtis Jones Jr. Also, Michael Lunsford is out there for you, too. Cannon Lewis, also one of the captains here tonight. The coin toss going in the air. Matter of fact, they just did it a second time. I think they messed it up. There goes the third time. Oh, nope. That's the warm-up. They got the warm-up done.
He keeps catching it.
Yeah, I know. Best 2 out of 3? Is that the way we're doing it now?
Hey, we can do rock, paper, scissors.
We'll see. And, of course, when we approach tonight's game for Cabell Midland, obviously you need to stay steady in what you're doing and continue that momentum because you got a lot of tough games to come here. We make no qualms about it, and we talked about it with Coach. You're not sugarcoating anything. It has been a dismal year for South Charleston. They're depleted. There's not huge numbers on the sidelines. Fan support not there. About 20 people over in the stands on the far side. It is a dismal year that continues to get even more dismal for them here. But if you're Cabell Midland, you do what you normally do, and then if you get the opportunity to get some scoring up on the board, you bring in a lot of those young players to get them that seat time.
Well, I tell you, we have a full roster here for both teams, and our expectation is hopefully they will be able to call every name on the both teams as well. But I will, to point out to you the crowd situation you were talking about, I've never been to a high school game, particularly one this early in the season, where you don't have the opposing band or cheerleaders.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether they took a bus down here or they just took a carpool, but there's not a lot of people on the opposing side.
Well, I can tell you there's one cheerleader over there, I think. But this is also a 30-minute – this game kicks off 30 minutes earlier than what folks anticipated, too. So there could be some people still making their way in that got us tuned in on the radio. So we thank you all for doing that here with us. All right, they've done the coin toss. Midland will get ready to looks like they're going to kick things off. Or they're receiving, I believe. They're going to be receiving. So the receiving team coming out here. We're going to take a final break. We come back here. We got kickoff as Midland plays host to South Charleston. 60-second timeout right here, 97.9 The River.
Hungry for a slice of tradition? Look no further than
Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff, we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
I care. I care.
I care.
I care. I care.
It doesn't matter how big or small your problem is. We want you to know that we're all in this together. At Cabell County Schools, we want everyone in our school community to know that they belong and that we care.
Welcome back, everybody, inside the castle here in Ona as we get ready for tonight's matchup between the Cabell Midland Knights and the South Charleston Black Eagles. Jason Toy, Kent Bryson here with you. Also, a welcome to all you fine folks that are checking us out on our Kindred Digital Sports Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by your neighborhood Par-Mar stores. We thank you all for having us both on the radio and on the digital side of things here tonight with our friends from Video Productions. And also like to welcome everybody on the radio at WMGA Canova Huntington as we hit the top of the hour and get ready for kickoff here. The officials giving their final instructions to the teams. Midland's team is out on the field. They'll be set to receive first, and it will be South Charleston kicking off from right to left, and it will be on the kickoff. It will be Isabella Marino will be kicking things off. She'll kick from the hash mark over on the far sideline towards the South Charleston bench.
And I got to say, this kickoff unit, particularly the kickoff return unit, is new. There's a lot of new players I see actually on this unit, so it looks like they've taken the weekend kind of revamp some things.
I'm sure we're going to see a lot of fresh jerseys here tonight, a lot of playing time for a lot of people here tonight, so we'll have to see. And I made the deal to Coach Luke Salmons earlier today about the fact of make sure we got the full roster up there for us tonight. So we try to acknowledge everybody here as we get ready to roll. Fresh 12 minutes up on the clock, and we are ready to roll here in Ona. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Let's get ready for a beautiful Friday night of high school football across the region. Marino goes back 10 yards, set up for the approach. Bright orange shoes. Here's the kick. It's going to be on the ground. It's going to be bobbled and picked up right there by the Cabell Midland Knights. It's going to be a short field to work with. It was Logan Gillespie who fell on it, came up with it. And the Knights will get it 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. They'll be going from left to right.
And I got to tell you, in a game like this, I think the biggest competition that I think the Knights are going to have is just to play within control. They've seen what this team has done against other quality opponents, so I think they really just want to kind of focus on some of the things they want to do on offense as well as defense to get better for that big away game next week. 3 wideouts split out towards the near side. Caden Pauley, one of those wideouts. Also Nida on the near side as well. Shockey out of the shotgun. Has Jones offset to his left. He'll step up in the pocket. Look at the fire deep downfield. Has a receiver to the far corner. Goes up, tipped up, incomplete. Good job defensively over there for South Charleston. Pass intended over on the far side for Miles Meter. And Meter, the pass was a little bit behind him. It allowed the defender to come back up and be able to knock it down on the defensive side of things. That was Colton Westfall, the junior defensive back. And I was sitting here looking at the 2 deep for South Charleston. I don't even see him listed, so we're already going deep into the roster.
Well, there's not much roster to go into. Very short numbers here on the field. All right, here's the pistol formation handoff. Actually, Shockey keeps it himself up the middle, gets across the 45, 40, inside South Charleston territory, still on his feet, gets across the 35, and carries the load about another 5 more yards down to about the 30.5-yard line. Big first down for the Knights. They go from the 48-yard line all the way down to the 31.
And do you anticipate that they're actually going to throw the ball a lot in this game?
Well, they'll get an opportunity to test some things out because you might need that later on in the year. You know, it's a good opportunity for that. Caden Bowen splits out wide left. Split backfield. Out of the pistol formation this time, though, for Shockey. Got Jones Jr. lined up behind him. 2-step drop, fires back across the middle and short hops it. And the intended receiver there for Caden Bowen. Had him wide open. He just short-armed it a little bit too much. 2nd down and 10.
And it's eerily quiet here. I mean, it's alumni night, so there's a lot of alumni here cheer as well as junior high night. I think this is community night with only 4 home games. You got to make the most of what you have.
Jaden Branch off to the right. Handoff is to him. Left side on the reverse. Gets up there on the 25 to the 20. Breaks it to the outside of the 10 to the 5. He'll high step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland. 57 seconds into the game, and the Knights are on top with a 30-yard touchdown run by Jaden Branch.
That looked pretty good.
Looked really good. Great blocking. .11:03 mark first quarter. Knights strike first. Coming up to kick the extra point will be Hornbuckle. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, splits the uprights. The Knights strike first, 57 seconds into the contest. It's Cabell Midland 7, South Charleston nothing. 60-second break right here on 97.9 The River.
Look at the numbers on the Knights uniform. Can't get much for $5 these days, unless...
Is that a real song?
I think she liked it.
Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Piggy Bag.
You really can't get much for $5 these days, unless...
Is that a real song?
I think she liked it.
Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Piggy Bag.
It's the Night Flight with Big John, coming up after the game, right here on 97.9 The River.
Tykeem Brown was on the receiving end of the kick after it was bobbled over there by Mason Walton on the ensuing kickoff after the Midland touchdown. And no gain because he was wrapped up immediately as soon as he got his hands on the football. Almost a turnover there. And that's one thing that's plagued South Charleston this year has been kicking things after scores and the kickoffs. They've been turning the turnovers and more. So they've given the teams they've been facing opportunities that they could try to prevent. We'll see what the offense could do here for South Charleston as they come out. Now, they've changed a lot offensively, and every week they have changed offensively here. So they actually got a new quarterback in, and that's Caden Hackman. He is a sophomore, and he will run out of the pistol. He'll send two wideouts right, single wideout left. Official, we got to delay a game.
It's got to be what the call is.
Yep, delay a game on the far sideline. We'll push it back 5 yards. That was quick.
Well, and here's the problem that you actually have. If you think about it, there's so many new players that South Charleston has playing in key positions. You don't expect for half of your roster to be freshmen and for those freshmen to get significant minutes. So,
well, and you talk about that, Ken. Now, and you look at the roster, they have 4 seniors on this whole roster. Hard snap count. Here's the handoff, first man through. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down there as he gets the handoff coming through. And the ball carrier that time, and it looked like that was Cobot Taylor. He's listed as a quarterback usually. Check that back. That is Trey Hayes, the junior. He's wrapped up and brought down with no gain on the play. In on the stop for the Knights. Leading the way on that one was Carson Gue. They're going to say he got at least a yard, so second down, 14. Hackman takes a snap, looking the pass, goes to the right side, has a receiver making the grab at the 20-yard line, pick up of about 5 yards on the play, and that's about it. Wrapped up and brought down over there on the far side.
That was by Ray Williams. That was actually a false start on that receiver, but I think the officials are giving them a little bit of leeway. Let's see what the call is.
The officials are stopping play now. Let's see. By the way, the reception on that reception that time was Mason Walton.
Incomplete.
Wow. That looked like a catch.
That was a delayed incomplete.
Wow, that was big time. All right, third down and 14 coming up. Hackman out of the shotgun, 2 wideouts left. In fact, 2 wideouts right. Ball middle of the field. At the 15-yard line. Got 2 men in motion, and there's a football on the turf, and that'll be another penalty.
This looks worse than some of the Pee Wee football I see on Saturdays.
These are things that you work on during the week, but when you get out the game time, you get both the receivers on the near side went in motion. So push it back even more. Negative yards already here for the Black Eagles. Puts the football all the way back to the 10-yard line, to the 9.5-yard line. By the way, 10:05 mark here in the first quarter. Cabell Midland 7, South Charleston nothing. First drive here for the Black Eagles, and it's already about negative 10 yards. Hackman with the hard snap count. Now we'll send a man in motion
again.
Here's the snap, bobbles, and he's going to be wrapped up as he throws the football away, gets a receiver on the far sideline, makes the grab at the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. He got maybe a yard. Cannon Lewis in on the stop. Also in there, Trace Adkins on the stop for Cabell Midland. Pendleton on the reception, one of the 4 seniors. Clock will continue to roll here with 4th down and 16, so really no gain on the play. Maybe about a yard pickup on the play.
I think they're still short on players.
Trey Hayes on to punt the football away. He will put his heels on the goal line.
This is a penalty here. They got 5 people in the backfield.
He's going to try to pooch it over to the right side. It's going to take a bounce at the 40, and it's going to go right in the hands of Branch. Picks it up at the 42-yard line. Near side, finds an open lane, 30, 25-20. Penalty flag down, 10-5 into the end zone. Touchdown, 42 yards on the return, but this will come back. 2 penalty flags back, one at the 31-yard line, one at the 27-yard line.
And I don't know what they're going to call. I don't think they're going to call a block in the back because I thought the first block was good, but it looks like Midland gave him some of the business as the defender tried to get up, and I think they threw him back down again. So this could be unsportsmanlike conduct.
Blindside block.
Yeah.
So 2 flags for 1 penalty. It negates the 42-yard punt return for the touchdown for Branch. That could have been touchdown number 2 for him so far, and we were at the 9:04 mark here in the first quarter.
Okay, so I got to ask a question. They had 5 people in the backfield on that punt.
I had noticed that, but
I mean that tackle lined up at wingback.
All right, here we go. The officials will set the ball. Now we'll see what the Knights can do with it once again. Shockey will go out of the shotgun, actually out of the pistol. He'll have Jones Jr. lined up behind him. Branch offset to his right. 2 wideouts near side, single wideout far side. Shockey looks over to the defense. Claps his hands, takes a snap, 2-step drop, steps up into the pocket, looking to fire back towards the near side, has a receiver making the grab at the 10, 5, into the end zone, touchdown Cabell Midland, and on the reception for the Knights, that is Javon Goodrich. He is wearing number 7, started off the season at 23, and this time he goes in for the 40, well, how far was that one? That was...
I think they took it off the clock.
Okay.
Hang on.
We'll check that for you, though, but... Pass for Shockey to Goodrich.
43
yards on the pass and catch. So the Knights on top, 13-0.
It's going to be a long night.
It is going to be a long one. Extra point kick is up, and it is good for Tony Hornbuckle. Knights on top, 14-0, 60-second break right here on 97.9 The River.
Hi, I'm Wyatt Milam. I'm from Canova, West Virginia. When I'm back home, you'll find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that gold and blue pride at your local Par-Mar store. We are coming to your neighborhood soon. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, we have you covered. Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. Food, gas, groceries, and more, we are gold and blue proud, and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Listen to 97.9 The River online anytime at 979theriver.com.
8:56 left to play here in this first quarter. It's all Cabell Midland on top, 14-0. It was a pass from Shockey to Goodrich, 43 yards, and the extra point by Hornbuckle was good. The Knights on top. So far, negative yardage offensively for South Charleston. They were back about 11 yards, so we'll see what they can do this time offensively with the football. Short punt, short field. The Knights one play and a score. 2 wideouts either way. Hackman out of the shotgun. Knights with 3 down linemen. Loaded up the defensive backfield. Here's a handoff to the first man through, and he is wrapped up and brought down immediately. And a big stop behind the line of scrimmage. That was Trace Adkinson on the stop. And Lunsford in there too. And on the carry, it was Trey Hayes.
Man, It's going to be a long night.
Yeah. And you feel bad for the boys. I mean, these players that have South Charleston. But the thing is, though, they've got size. They've got some youth. They got the youth to work with. They got some talent. They just got to get it all together. Harbin takes a snap, handoff Hayes. He's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage once again. And defensive penetration this time coming up with the Knights. And a big stop right there coming from that defensive line spot. And Braylon Ryder, the senior, leading the way in there on the stop for Cabell Midland.
And you mentioned they got a lot of the tools, but they got tools that don't go together. It's like buying something in discount.
That's where you get that's where you get a teacher, the coach, to pull it all together. And right now, and nothing against first-year head coach Dustin Resler, but last-minute kind of replacement as a head coach after Carl Lee left the program. They weren't buying into the system that he had there. Bobbled snap, football's on the turf, and I believe looks like South Charleston did jump back on it. It was bobbled there with Hardman, the quarterback, or Hackman, the quarterback, and it was recovered there by the running back in Trey Hayes.
I think that one of the things that happens in MSAC is that there are dominant teams that exist, and these dominant teams just continue to maintain a high level. If you're a team that was once dominant and you've kind of gotten on, less dominant, there's no mercy given to you. And I think that's what the problem you're seeing this year.
Hayes, after the fumble recovery on the punt, gets rid of it. High sky kick. This is going to be a very, very short punt. It's going to take a bounce at the 25 and roll backwards to the 22-yard line. So the Knights going to have a short field to work with once again. 6:47 left to play here, first quarter. It is Cabell Midland 14, South Charleston nothing. And the Black Eagles that time, -7 yards on their offensive deal as they keep pushing it back.
And I think they're saying that punt was tipped. Okay. That's the reason why it had such an odd angle.
But it almost got blocked.
I get it.
Three wideouts near side. Here goes Shockey. Quick pass to Jones out of the backfield. Swings out on the boot. Gets across the 25. Cuts to the near side. 15, 10, 5. He'll tiptoe into the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland. Curtis Jones Jr. had 3 touchdowns last week. And that one from 23 yards.
I think Midland scored on the last 3 plays.
Exactly. All right, here we go. Hornbuckle's going to have a sore leg after tonight. He's on to attempt the extra point. The hold from Caden Bowen. Another cut to long snapper. Good snap, good hold, kick up, and splits the uprights good. 21-0 is Cabell Midland. 60-second break here on 97.9 The River.
Doctors Cruz, Nybert, and
Stewie.
Listen, Cabell Midland, nice. Best of luck.
Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff, we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
I care. I care. I care. I care. I care.
It doesn't matter how big or small your problem is. We want you to know that we're all in this together. At Cabell County Schools, we want everyone in our school community to know that they belong and that we care.
6:39 left to play here in this first quarter. It's all Cabell Midland, 21-0. Hornbuckle with the approach. End-over-end kick's going to sail out the back of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for the 20-yard line for South Charleston.
Well, I'm going to say this. If you're South Charleston, you got a couple of options that you can do. I would say that one of the things to me that if your offense cannot maintain sustained drives, run the ball and run the clock. That would be very helpful here because that would shorten the game. But continuing to pass the ball or continuing to have negative plays, particularly plays that stop the clock, it doesn't work in your favor.
Yeah, definitely indeed. So we'll see what happens here. as the Black Eagles have about negative 20 yards so far offensively here tonight. Here goes Hackman out of the shotgun. Hayes, single back offset, handoff is to him, and he's going to be stood up immediately in the backfield, and he's going to be pushed back immediately. Braylon Ryder back there once again. There's just that defensive line is just getting huge penetration in there. Berger the carrier this time. And they go back now 4 yards.
And you talked about the size of South Charleston. I mean, across the line, they're 280, 285, 280, 220, 280. So that's one of the bigger offensive lines that you're going to see in a high school game.
Yeah, they got size. They got size. They got youth. That's like I said. They got to get something to pull it all together.
They got statutes.
And they're going to pass over to the right side. The receiver makes the grab. I thought his knee was down when he made the grab, and it was. And he picked up just maybe about a yard or two on the play, and that was McConaughey.
It's kind of interesting because the kid's name is Lincoln McConaughey.
I know.
Matthew McConaughey,
the Lincoln lawyer. Yeah. An attorney would remember that, right?
I would.
Have you watched the series Lincoln Lawyer, though?
I watched the movie, and I haven't watched the series.
You need to watch
yet.
the series. It's really good. Really, really good.
I may be able to watch it during this game.
All right, third down and 13 coming up. 5:20 on a rolling clock. Man in motion, near side of the far, and a penalty flag will kick in as I think we got movement in the line.
I'm going to call with delay of game. Let's see what the call is here. Ball start. The O-lineman saw it.
All right, push him back another 5 yards. So third down, 18 coming up. Hackman out of the shotgun. Blitz coming, and the bobbled snap. And did the Knights get it? Oh, he got it back.
I think it was, is that 25? That is 25. That was a nice blitz.
Yeah.
By Caleb Losh, senior linebacker.
Yep. Had a nice blitz, got it down there, and it was in the turf. So another loss on the play. Fourth down, about 11, make it 4th and 21. Now we have a player coming in last second here for the Knights. Snap into the end zone, and I think that one's blocked, and it's going to be a short kick. It's a South Charleston roll, though, and it'll roll out to the 30, 31-yard line. Almost getting a hand on that one for Cabell Midland. It was Carson Gue, who has had a pretty good night so far here early on in this first quarter.
I think everybody's had a good night. We have to go back to what we used to do. We used to play a game called Touchdown Bingo, where we got to pick the player, pick the play. This looks like a rush.
All right, here they go rolling out. Pass back, sets up the screen pass to Lunsford, makes the grab at the 33, turns upfield, breaks the tackle 25-20, left side of the 10, got a penalty flag down. Lunsford trying to stretch for the end zone. He gets there, but they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 1. But we'll check the penalty flag back here at the 18-yard line. This will probably be coming back.
That was actually a pretty good
nice
play.
setup screen pass.
It was. I would run it again, but I would tell Big Mike to go to the outside.
Got a hold against the offense. So a couple of penalties have negated touchdowns. Well, that one was going to be down at the 1, but.
That's a positive play if you're South Charleston.
Yeah. Get them up to stop, and you push them back.
But also give the coach something to yell at halftime.
Well, you're still trying to work on mistakes and things like that. Two wideouts either way, out of the pistol formation. Quick pass over to the far side. Reception made over to the far side. He turns upfield, gets across to about the 22-yard line, close to the first down marker. Bowen is on the reception, and Going to be about a yard shy of the first down.
So 2nd and 1.
Yep. So a play that hadn't resulted in a touchdown. So
that's true. I think they like going this way, though, so they're trying to just.
Ball far hash mark. Here goes Shockey out of the shotgun. 2-step drop. Pump fakes once. Goes to the end zone. Has a receiver making the grab on the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland. This time it is Miles Meters in on the reception. And a 22-yard touchdown pass for Shockey.
There's a flag.
Got a flag on it. Got a holding call against. Each time they score, it gets returned. So take the touchdown off.
Did you see that Jones didn't even get out of his stance? Like, he was blocking back, and he was still in his stance, just letting it just happen. Somebody's coming out. Yep.
Meter's going to come off towards the near side. Yep, they're going to bring him out.
Somebody's got to come out.
Nida's going to come out. Bowen splits out left. 2 wideouts near side. Ball far hash mark. Out of the pistol once again for Shockey. Taking the snap. 2-step drop. Now he'll step up. Looks back towards the near side and goes incomplete. Looking for Goodrich on the flag route across the middle. Goes incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, I think they're going to run the ball. They're going to get a first down here, so they're going to have to run the ball.
Nida will check back into the lineup. Nida will come off towards the near side. Out of the pistol formation, Shockey takes a snap. Now pressure, gets it out near side to Jones. Jones all by himself. 30, cuts back 25, 20, middle of the field, 15, 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown. No flags on the field this time. A 33-yard touchdown pass from Shockey to Curtis Jones Jr. Touchdown number 2 for Curtis Jones Jr. And the second touchdown pass.
Whistle. There's something going on in the end zone.
Well, got a injured, looks like they had an injured going off here. We'll see.
That was number 11 for South Charleston.
So a 33-yard touchdown pass. Making the score 27-0. 3:14 left to play. So they're grabbing a trainer from the near sideline to go help out on the far sideline. So that's what we're working on now.
You don't think they brought a trainer with them either?
Don't look like.
No.
Well, no, now they're looking on the field for something.
Tooth or contact? Oh, blood. It was blood.
Oh, blood. Okay. Cleaning the turf off.
So someone did lose a tooth.
Lost something. Training staff for Midland going out and taking care of it. Gillespie on to attempt the extra point. Bowen, the holder. Officials waiting for the trainer to come off towards the near side. Snap, hold, kick up, good. 28-0. It's Midland on top of South Charleston. 60-second break right here, 97.9 The River.
It's that time of year again. Football is back. The crisp weather has returned, and you still have some projects you'd like to tackle. Let the experts at 84 Lumber help with whatever is on your to-do list.
I don't think Chris is sick.
Keep your home warm this season, or maybe you're interested.
Where do you think he's at?
No workshop for one-of-a-kind mantles, moldings, trim, and more. No project is too big.
Butcher, we break.
And 84 Lumber's experienced professionals will make sure it's done right. Get started today. 84 Lumber Huntington location, or visit 84.
Cabell Midland football on 97.9 The River.
Gillespie's kickoff sails out of the end zone once again. It'll be 1st and 10 for South Charleston from their own 20-yard line as they continue to go backwards offensively. The Knights picking up their 4th touchdown here in this first quarter. It's 3:14 left to play. This was a 33-yard touchdown pass from Shockey to Curtis Jones Jr., and Gillespie's extra point was good. So the Knights on top by 4 scores in the first quarter. And it's not like the Knights are running things up on Deal. They're just executing plays right now.
And I got to tell you, when you execute plays and you're particularly as efficient as Midland is in some of their offensive schemes, I mean, they're giving you a chance to tackle them, but you just have to make the play if you're defensively for South Charleston.
All right, here goes Hackman out of the shotgun, sends a man in motion towards the near side. Takes a snap, high snap, pulled down, keeps it himself, rolling out to the far side, and he's going to be strung out all the way. He's going to lose about 7 yards on that one. A bunch of those red jerseys out there on the stop, and the man to lay the first helmet was Trace Adkins. Also out there for Cabell Midland. Also saw Ethan Perkins, senior defensive lineman, out there on the stop too.
There's a lot of new people out there.
High snap, bobbled, pulled back down. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down. Lunsford jumped on the back there of Hackman all the way back to the 2-yard line. He was trying to chase the football down and bobbled it a couple of times, and that was it. 3rd down and long coming up, and Hackman's walking off on the field on the far side, and he's hurt. You got big Lunsford on your back like that, it may take the wind out of you.
Protocol with him. They're checking his eyesight.
All right, so South Charleston going to have to rotate some players around here to see who they got in the quarterback. Their original starting quarterback.
They're still missing one. I don't think the team recognized that the quarterback left the field. So they got to take a timeout.
Yep. A timeout on the field. We'll take one ourselves. Minute 52 left to play here first half. Cabell Midland 28-0 over South Charleston. We'll keep it right here, actually. I got to check that because did he miss the extra point?
I don't know.
We'll have to check on that because I thought he made it, but we'll have to check that.
I was going to say there's a lot of things going on today, so you can easily – they'll make it up next time.
Yeah.
Next touchdown, they'll make it up. They'll make it up for you.
What we're talking about, though, with South Charleston. So South Charleston, their original quarterback was supposed to be Jacob Wilson. And Wilson got injured, so he's on the sideline.
You can have it. Stay.
And so now they're down to the 3rd quarterback.
And that's not a good sign if you're a team that's winless, to go to your 3rd-string quarterback.
All right, so let's see who they put back there.
Looks like it's number.
Well, it's hard to tell. He's got his shoulder.
7 and 8.
I think number 8 is going to be the
Number
quarterback.
8's going to be the guy. It's Caleb Taylor.
A freshman, Caleb Taylor. I think he's got some big eyes after seeing what this defensive line's been doing so far. He's standing about a yard deep in his end zone, and it's a, hard snap and a penalty flag. Going to go half the distance. 3rd and 27 from the 3. They'll go back to the 1.5 on half the distance.
I have a feeling this kid's going to get this ball, and he's going to run as fast as he can.
That or run out the back of the end zone, one or the other.
He's going to run as fast as he can forward. He's going to give you a Ricky Bobby, Talladega Nights.
All right, so officials.
There's another situation going on the sidelines. I think they're talking to the officials.
And that's the end. Oh, thought they were.
No, it's not the end. There's still almost 2 minutes.
No music played during the game. So that was what the officials talking about. Talking to the band, not the play. That's the penalty flag that's in the back of the end zone.
Is that technically a delay of game?
It could go down as that, but I thought that was the whole point of athletics and fun for the kids and all that. Not playing while they're actually in the middle of the play. Here's a bobble snap in the end zone. Let's see, did he get out of the end zone? He gets pushed back. They're going to give him progress to the 1. And it was one of the players coming out of it was that Cannon Lewis that came out with the football, but they're going to say progress was stopped at the 1. So a 4th down and 29 coming up.
That was Foster. That was big Elijah Foster that had the ball.
Had the ball, but this is going to be interesting because
this is going to be your safety.
They're going to have to wait and see on this one because we have seen Hayes with the punt. He's been under pressure every single time. Now he's going to put his heels on the back line of the end zone. The Knights really not showing any pressure. Now they are. They'll start to put folks up on the line. And the officials stop play.
I think they're short.
Oh, geez, folks. There's a penalty flag down.
No, they have 12 this time. Wait a minute.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
7.
9, 10, 11, 12. Yep,
Yeah,
they got 12 players.
Yeah, they have 12.
Somebody's got to come off the field.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They've been going with 10 for a while. Then they said, okay, they were going with 12.
All right, now they'll go with the full 11. Football, now the nose of the football is just to the left of the goal line. So really, it's right there. Hayes with his heels dug in on the backside of the line. The official's there to watch to see if he steps out. We'll see what the snap's going to be like. There's a snap. Kick is off. He does get this one away. Actually, one of his better ones for the night, but it goes out of bounds. A very short field for the Knights to work with. They'll mark it on down, and they're going to go to the 19-yard line. Nope, official's still going. He is walking on down to, okay, he's passing the 15. He goes to the 14. I love how officials will do the dramatic walk of when a football goes out of bounds on a punt, they've got to hold the arm up, and it's the slow walk of going to place the ball.
It's the training, man. I'll tell you, in this game, the officials aren't going to get tired because you're not a lot of chasing the other team up and down the field.
All right, we'll see what the Knights can do with the football now. They got a very short field to work with. They're going to say that it is at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10. They got to set the chains up here, folks. Come on. And that's, we still got 59 seconds left. Now they're going to put the football back to the 21. Not an idea in the world, not figuring out why, but they're going to say.
Do you have music?
Oh, that's me. All right, 2 wide outside the way. Quick pass towards the near side. It's Nida making the reception at the 22. Cuts back. Nice block on the backside. Cuts across the far side of the field to the 10 to the 5. And a late penalty flag. They're going to get a backside block. Touchdown by Nida. This one's going to come back. They're going to say it was a crackback block.
It wasn't. It just looked that way.
That was a legit block.
That's because Big Mason hit him.
Yep.
And he buckled him.
Another touchdown taken off the board. We'll push it back.
So we have 4 for us and 3 against us?
Yeah. So 49 seconds left to play. And, folks, I apologize. Normally we stay professional on our broadcast on things. This is hard, I will admit. And we're only 49 seconds left to play in this first quarter. And we kicked off this game at 7 o'clock, and we're 39 minutes past the top of the hour. Yeah, it's been one of those deals.
You know, I had an over-under in this game for 9:15.
Curtis Jones Jr. offset to the right. Shockey looking to pass. Pump fakes once. Goes towards the near side. Has a receiver. Nida does make the grab this time. Into the end zone. Touchdown. No penalty flags. Nida gets the makeup. Gets a 21-yard touchdown pass from Shockey. That is touchdown pass number 3. And the Knights are on top. 33-0.
I don't even know if the band's going to play anymore. They're sitting there thinking, like, okay.
Gillespie on to attempt the extra point. Evidently, he must have missed the last one. Snap, kick, up, and it is good. All right, 43 seconds left to play, 34-0 our score. Cabell Midland all over South Charleston. 60-second break on 97.9 The River.
Dr. Reginald S.
Tremendous
Kenny.
block.
Can we kill the commercial?
Nate Allen takes you home from work weekday afternoons right here on 97.9 The River.
43 seconds left to play in this opening quarter here at the Castle tonight in Ona. It's all Cabell Midland, 34-0 on the score here for tonight. Again, I apologize. I said Gillespie on the kick. It was Hornbuckle on the extra point, who has handled the duties all so far this season and has done a very, very good job with it. His kickoff goes out the back of the end zone. Another 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line here for South Charleston. And another opportunity for him offensively here, trying to get something positive. They are well deep in the negative yardage here in this first quarter.
And Midland's already started bringing in some of the subs. You have your second.
Oh, yeah, you're seeing a lot of
secretary.
We'll pull out the old roster here for you folks. Freshman quarterback in Taylor. He takes a snap. Pass back over to the right. Goes up, tipped up. It's intercepted, and it's Meter. He'll take the interception. He'll go into the end zone, touchdown. 21-0. No, excuse me. Sorry, 41. What did I say? 21-0. Sorry. 21 yards on the interception.
Hey, listen.
It's 40-0.
And we're not counting the 3 touchdowns. You got to figure one of those would have led to those. So, I mean, it's Midland's winning. We'll say it. Midland's winning, folks.
And Miles Meters on the interception. And the return. 35.4 seconds left to play. Officials stop play. Got another flag on the far side. Somebody lined up in the neutral zone or not enough on the line?
Don't even call it.
Offense. Somebody moved their foot, moved their hand.
They even called the number on that one.
35.4 seconds. This has the makings to be a lot like what South Charleston experienced with Huntington High.
I agree.
Hornbuckle on the extra point. Goes from 15-yard line, and this one is good. 35.4 seconds left. We'll keep it right here.
All right, I'm going to say this. I'm going to try to refocus us here. This is a Midland celebration, so we're going to focus on what Midland has shown us. And particularly, we haven't really talked about this, but I think Shockey's had a good game.
Yeah.
I can't recall. I think he had one incomplete that I can recall.
But he had a
couple of touchdowns called back.
Yeah.
But as far as offensively, we're seeing a lot of things on film.
All right, the Knights will kick it off here. Hornbuckle once again. Go from left to right. See if he sails that out the back of the end zone. He's been pretty consistent on that here so far.
It's going to go
past
short.
the first one. End over end. He's got another one that goes back, and it'll be fielded, and he'll dig down in the end zone.
His kickoff team is mad at him because they want to hit someone on kickoff, and he keeps driving it. Well, this is pretty good field position for South Charleston at the 20.
Well, they've been at the 20 a handful of times each time, and they keep going backwards. So
I think they're going to stay at the 20.
Cannon Lewis came out on the field, and then they quickly pulled him back out. So same thing for Gue. He'll pull off, too. So we've got a lot of fresh jerseys out there for Cabell Midland. Layson Lance Massey's out there, seeing him. Also out there, Caleb Parlier.
Yeah, I have a feeling there's a lot of guys who are playing their last down tonight.
All right, let's see what the freshman can do. Taylor here threw an interception, pick 6 last time. He's back in the shotgun, has a back offset to his right. He quickly hands it to him, and he's going to be stood up and brought down. Another huge loss on the play. And he basically just hands him the ball, and he goes nowhere on it, leading the way for Cabell Midland on the stop. It was also in there, it was Caleb Parlier on the stop.
Yeah, these O-line guys are happy. The O-line gets to play D-line. Do you know how happy they are?
Yeah.
The only thing that makes O-line happier is if there was a buffet. But there's no buffets anymore, so this is the best they can get.
Foster is out there, too, on that defensive line now for the Knights. Mason Ramsey. Ramsey in the nose guard spot, and that's going to be it for the first quarter. It was an eventful one. It's Cabell Midland 41, South Charleston nothing. We go to the second quarter after the 60-second break right here on 97.9 The River.
Are you tired of manually updating your online payment information?
Good.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week is presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute. Fueled by your neighborhood Par-Mart store. If there's not a Par-Mart store near you now, there will be soon. And sponsored by Huntington Highway Safety Distracted Driving. Chase & Elkin State Farm. Tax Masters Pro Books. And Kid Sale.
Cabell County Schools has a zero-tolerance policy for bullying, harassment, and intimidation. We're excited to provide the Stop It mobile app for our students. Stop It has 2 powerful features. Students may report incidents or talk directly to school officials. Cabell County students have the power to end harmful and inappropriate online or physical bullying. You can download the app from Apple or Google Play. Together, we can create a safer, kinder school community.
Fresh 12 minutes up on the clock. We get ready to go to the second quarter here. It is all Cabell Midland. Now we'll switch sides of the field. We'll go to our left as South Charleston will go from left to right. White uniforms, white pants, white jerseys with those orange numerals trimmed in black helmets for them too. And we got a ball going one way, and it's picked up, and it's intercepted. Parlier gets it on the bobble when they did this snap back in the shotgun. The quarterback tipped it up, trying to get to the back.
Oh, and tore his leg. Get up, baby.
And Parlier.
Oh, he did not get hurt on that, did he? Yeah,
he picked it up out of the air and went in for the touchdown.
Hey, that's a dream right there. I can tell you what his O-line coach is not going to let him do. Hey, look, these guys got to go back out for an extra point. Look, they forgot. So they're all running back out. They forgot to run back out.
So that was, how many yards on that one? That was, what, 3 yards?
Yeah, I guess so. Look, they don't even know. They got everybody running out here.
Up.
Man in motion.
Hold him up. There you go. Now the man's got a wingman on the near side. Here goes the extra point for Ferguson. It's up and good. 47-0, and we are 4 seconds into the second quarter. Wow. Keep it right here.
That's everything.
3 yards. Now, that will go down as a fumble, right? Or an interception.
It hit the ground. It was an interception.
It's an interception, right?
That's an interception. Yeah. But remember, I told you, this is touchdown bingo. So if you had Caleb Parlier, interception return for touchdown, you get to put a star on there.
Wow.
Look, they're making fun of him. His O-line guys are making fun of him carrying the ball in. They said he didn't use proper form.
48-0, and we've got 11:56 left to play. All right, we'll try to kick it off once again here.
All right, so they have a whole brand new crew of people out here on kickoff return. So there's a chance.
But the kicker's still the same.
The kicker's still the same.
Yeah, so there you got the first team out there on the kickoff team because.
Oh, there's one. I think he ran out there. I saw him.
I'm all out here.
Yeah, he ran out there, though. I don't think he's supposed to be there.
Hughes out there. You got Cannon Lewis out there.
Yeah, he ran out there. He's not supposed to be there.
You also got out there, you got Bowen. There's the end over end. It's going to go out of the end zone once again. So another good kickoff there by Hornbuckle. 48-0 our score. And it is First and 10 now for South Charleston from their own 20 once again.
Yeah, we got to go to the book now. All right, so we got a new D-line. Make sure these guys get some love as well. They practice hard. They deserve to be recognized. We got Hobbs playing DN, Enix at DT, Perk at nose guard, and Gillespie. I think Logan Gillespie is at other end. Linebackers are Lewis, Losh, and Williams.
All right, so we'll see what they can do here. Taylor has thrown an interception for a pick six, and then he had a bobble that was taken in for another pick six for the freshman who's getting introduced here to the senior thing. And it bobbles it again. Handoff to Hayes in the backfield. He'll be wrapped up and brought down. That was almost another disaster, and it's going to go down for a 2-yard loss.
I think his kid is he's rattled. I mean, as soon as that ball is getting to him, he is trying to do as quickly as he can to hand it off. So I don't know what they're going to do. They may have to go to a wildcat.
Or go up underneath center, one or the other. And their center is a freshman to go along with the freshman and sophomore line. Taylor out of the gun. Handoff, backfield. He is wrapped up and brought down immediately in the backfield. Good pressure that time coming up the middle by the Knights. And Enix in there on the stop. And another loss on the play.
I mean, he shot that gap.
There's no protection at all. It's like they're doing 10-foot wide or 10-yard gaps, and they're just walking their way in.
And I don't understand it. Like, you would think that they would get closer together, maybe using max protection with two tights.
Third down and long for the Eagles. Make it 3rd and 15. The ball at the 15. And another flag.
Delay or false start. Timeout.
Timeout taken by South Charleston. They were about to get a penalty for delay of game. Breaking the action, we'll step aside ourselves. 10:29 left to play first half. All Cabell Midland, 48-0. 60-second break right here, 97.9 The River.
Radon Medical Imaging.
Hi, I'm Wyatt Milam. I'm from Canova, West Virginia. When I'm back home, you'll find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that gold and blue pride at your local Par-Mar store. We are coming to your neighborhood soon. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, we have you covered. Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. Food, gas, groceries, and more, we are gold and blue proud, and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
We're your home for Cabell Midland football. 97.9 The River.
Out of the timeout, 3rd down and 15 coming up here for the Black Eagles. Good snap this time, but he bobbles it, loses it, and it's going to be recovered by the Knights. Nope, let's see. Did he get back on it? Yeah, he did. Taylor went back to pass the football with the right hand, and it fell right out of his hand.
It's going to be a sack for number 69, Joshua Bernetti.
Thought he was going to come up with the turnover right there, too. But the football goes all the way back to the 8-yard line. Long snapper's already down there. He's ready to go. He's ready to get rid of this football. He got set up before the line. Yeah.
Look, they're still. How can you mess this up? This is a very basic concept. 11 people on the field.
Did they get too many players on the field? Now they're short. Okay, there's a snap in the end zone. He gets rid of the football, and Hayes will let it sail out as it makes a roll and gets a Midland roll as it bounces first at the 29 and then bounces backwards to about the 27. So another short field for Cabell Midland coming up with 9:35 left to play in this first half.
Now, I had a couple of O-line starters tell me that they thought that they were only going to have to play for a quarter and a half, and they're getting pulled. So we're close to that halfway part. They're running out there because they want to play, but at this point,
Well, we got new players out there.
New quarterback.
So we got the Salmons that's going out there. Mason Salmons got his first action last week in the win over Ironton. Had to come in after Shockey lost his helmet. He will go out. Also coming in will be Zach Ramey. He'll be one of the wingbacks.
And Hobbs.
And a handoff to Hobbs in the backfield, and he'll work his way across the 20 and powers his way.
I don't think he went down. He stopped. Hobbs is supposed to go.
But the official blew the whistle. I heard a whistle blow.
I heard one whistle blow, and everybody else were yelling, go. He rolled over the defender.
Yeah, that's what I thought so, too.
He didn't pay attention.
Well, he played till he heard the whistle blow.
Yeah, but you heard one whistle, and all the other officials are sitting there looking.
Yep. All right, so a pickup of 7 on the play brings up 2nd down and 3. Here's a snap. Little bobbled this time, but a handoff towards the near side. The back makes his way across the 15, 10-5 into the end zone. Touchdown. That is Zach Ramey. Ramey on an 18-yard touchdown run. That looked like a little miscommunication between the backs back there, but it ended up in the hands of Ramey. He went in for 18.
No, that's his stance. He did that before.
Did he really?
Yeah, when his first move when he gets the ball is to go forward.
Yeah.
It's a very kind of unique thing. I mean, he's not as tall as Paulie, but that little step that he does gives him a little bit of time to kind of survey whether to keep it or pull it. Watch him on the next offensive series and see if he does the same thing.
Okay. Well, we'll see now what the Knights doing while we have the delay here. Let's see. Not sure.
It's a touchdown.
Well, I think the official.
It was the whistle. So it wasn't the officials who blew the whistle. It was someone else
in the stands. And All right, so 9:04 left to play in this first half. 54-0. And here comes Hornbuckle once again on to attempt the extra point. I am impressed, though, that we picked up a ref mic this year. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, extra point kick is up, and it is good. 55-0. Cabell Midland. Zach Ramey with his first touchdown of the season. He goes in from 18 out. We'll keep it right here as we get ready.
How many of the series that we've had have just been one play? I know there was
several.
In the first quarter, there were 2 one-play series. This has been a one-play series. So, I mean, this is not as if Midland is driving on the field. I think that one series where it got down to 3rd down because of the penalties.
Yeah.
I think that was a 5-play series. But most of these series have been 1 or 2 plays.
All right, trying to get some players to work in here. They're kind of making up lineups here now as the night goes on for Cabell Midland.
I think they're just calling for 11. Whoever wants to come out on kickoff, stay in your lane.
All right, Hornbuckle. He's been busy. Probably the busiest he's ever been.
I think we are going to get close to a record. I think the record may be 70.
We'll have to go back and ask our chief statistician to find out.
He was here when they did it.
All right, here's Hornbuckle's approach. He lines up about 7 yards off the ball. Here's the approach, the kick, end over end. This one can be returned, and it will. Picked up at the 7-yard line. The receiver brings it back up across the 15, trying to cut back. He is wrapped up and brought down. Coming in on the big stop that time is Thomas Gibson. He was the last addition to that line on the kickoff, and he comes up with the big stop.
I think they marked him at, the 18?
Yeah, it looks like they got him right at the 18-yard line.
Now they're trying to figure out who's playing. they're like, okay, D-line, getting your D-line, linebackers. They're just running people in and out. So they settled on 11. They found 11 players.
All right, here we go. Ball far hash mark, 1st and 10. We're going to say the 19-yard line because the nose of the football is kissing that 19-yard line. Taylor out of the shotgun. Pass back near side. Receiver goes up. Incomplete. Good job defensively that time for Cabell Midland. And on to defensive coverage that time, it was Aiden Ray. The sophomore knocks it down.
And Midland does look like they're calling off at least the rush. They went from a 4-man line to a 3-man line, and it looks like they're just trying to just maintain status quo versus sending that rush in that was given St. Albans or South Charleston. And then they're going back to the rush in now.
Walton, the intended receiver. 2nd down, 10 from the 19-yard line. South Charleston going from left to right. 2 wideouts either way, and a direct snap back to the running back. He'll take it to the left side, gets across the 20, 25 to the 30, and he'll step out of bounds. Had a good run that time for Berger, the sophomore who had the run, and that's the first positive yards. They've gotten beyond the first down marker. That's their first down of the night.
That is true. I think they're still in the negative overall.
Oh, yeah. 8:44 left to play here, first half, 55-0. Now for the Knights, when you're rotating second teamers, freshmen in there, JV players in there, you're wanting to preserve the shutout.
The band.
Ball far hash mark. Here goes Taylor, now under pressure, rolls out near side. He'll be wrapped up and brought down, and he just had nothing out there. And coming in on the stop for Cabell Midland and making the run that time, that was J.J. Browning in on the stop. 2nd down, 10, no gain on the play. Clock continuing to roll, 8:20 left to play in this first half.
So our routine now is to see who makes the play and go to the roster. Because there are a lot of new numbers out
That's
here.
why I've got it out. We went away from the 2 deep to the roster. All right, play clock down to 10 as Taylor gets his team up to the line. He'll send wideouts either way. Single set back in the backfield.
Fumble.
Fumbled again. He'll go back, gets it chased down. Now under pressure, looking to get rid of it. And he's going to be wrapped up once, twice, and finally stood up, knocked down.
Big
and coming
Foster.
Big hit on there. That's what you talk about. Elijah Foster, the junior, coming in on the big stop. And all that positive yards we talked about, they're going to go back from the 33-yard line all the way back to the 16-yard line. Another bobbled snap. Costly here for South Charleston.
I'm doing a head count every time they go out there. I'm trying to make sure they got enough players.
Berger, the single setback, offset to the left of Taylor. 3rd in the country mile coming up. Snap, controlled this time. Pass near side, tipped up once and twice. Goes out of bounds, incomplete on the near side. One of the defenders for Midland got a hand on it, and then it was intended for Walton.
That was Pratt, actually. Got up there and deflected that ball.
And he's hearing about it from the sidelines.
He's probably hearing about it from his dad. He's a defensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah. All right, 4th down. Clock is stopped with 7:13 left to play here in this first half. This very, very long first half. 55-0.
It's like a first and second game. It's longer than a half.
Hayes punt the football away. Gets rid of it. And this is a runner. It's going to be fielded back down to the 30, over to the 25, to the 20, over to the 15, and he's going to be brought down from around the collar. No call on that one, but a good return that time once again by Pratt. We just called his name. Had that tip up, and he gets the fields the punt. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights.
He tried to go as fast as he can. He was going to try to hit that corner, but that
and
receiver.
the punter came up, and Trey Hayes to make the stop.
I'm just going to say this. I've seen a lot of teams come in here and get blitzed by Midland and quit. South Charleston hasn't quit. I mean, they're not executing properly, but, they're still competing. Like, guys are, making tackles. Guys are running after plays. No one's just watching the ball go past them. Let's see. Sammons is still in at quarterback.
And he'll probably go for quite a while here to get seat time.
Got a new running back, though. It's number 44, Caleb Kitchen.
Yep, Kitchen, the sophomore. He lines up out of the pistol behind, and we got a penalty flag. I think we got to delay a game. Yep, we do. Delay a game against the Knights, push them back. Zach Ramey will be the wing back lined up to the right of Sammons. Seeing these kids running around here because it is Youth Day, right? So we got all the we got Milton, we've got Barbersville,
got everybody.
There's some cool jerseys.
They do. Their parents have spent a lot on these jerseys. You don't have the old jersey that came from the high school team anymore. That's gone through a couple of washings.
Ray comes into the lineup. He'll line up as a back, offset to the right of Sammons. High snap, pulled down, handoff to the right side of the running back, Cricket's Kitchen, trying to turn upfield, gets across the 15, and finally forced down at about the 12-yard line.
Now, did you see how when he got that ball, he has his initial step is always forward?
Yep.
I mean, it's very confusing to a defensive lineman because you assume that he has the ball.
The freshman and Salmon gets a play call from the near sideline.
Got another new running back, 26.
And that is Brody Simpkins, a freshman. He lines up right behind Salmon. Hand off on the option, hands it off there to him, and he goes forward, picks up a couple of yards, and then he's forced back. Little celebration there by South Charleston coming in on the stop. It was Bosley, the freshman.
You know, I'm going to try to get some of these offensive linemen who've entered the game as well. Playing right now is number 75, Braden Armstead, a freshman tackle.
Levi Reed checks into the lineup for the Knights.
Number 60, Enix, is playing guard.
Ray splits out towards the near side. Also splitting out towards the near side, it is Gibson, Thomas Gibson. Out of the pistol, Salmon hands off right side. Running back gets the right side, untouched. We have a penalty flag down on the touchdown run. It's Caleb Kitchen. He went in untouched. We'll check the penalty flag. It was right there at the where the snap of the football.
I think they're calling. Looks like one of the linemen's coming off.
Chop block. So blocking below the waist. They're going to bring it back. Another touchdown taken off the board. Caleb Kitchen on that delay handoff, just nobody touched him. Nobody was within 3 yards of him.
I think we know the reason to that. We may know that. Entering the game for Midland is number 77, Cole Blake, sophomore offensive lineman. We're calling him as soon as we see him, folks. No angry grandparents tonight.
LaFawn, freshman, split out towards the near side. Here goes Salmons looking to pass the football, going towards the end zone, looking for LaFawn. Almost ran into the pile, to the upright for the goalpost, and it goes incomplete.
That was a nice ball.
Nice pass, just a little too strong, and he almost ran into that padding.
So it should be, what, fourth down?
It is fourth down and 17 coming up. And obviously, if you're the Knights, you're going to be going for it here.
Let's see what they're going to do here.
Gibson splits near side. Also splitting up near side, it will be Andrew LaFawn again. Salmons, high snap, pulled down, steps up, fires under pressure, near side, and goes incomplete, out of bounds, and we'll turn the ball back over on downs. Gibson, as Salmons took a hit after he got rid of the football, but it will be a rare turnover here this time, and the change of possession back over to South Charleston with 5:09 left to play here in this first half. It's all Cabell Midland 55-0.
And I'm not too angry about that because I think they're trying to get everyone into the game in the first half.
Well, and you're also trying to develop your young talent. That's what you have this opportunity to do.
Yeah, you can't replicate game reps. So everybody's happy. It's a home game. Everybody gets to see everyone play. And so, you can't be upset with that.
Yep. First and 10 now for South Charleston. Thanks all of you tuned in with us on the radio here tonight. WMGA Canova Huntington. All of you tuned in with us across the country and around the world on our Kindred Digital Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week. Our doubleheader tonight. And official stops play again. We got another delay, or?
It's a delay.
Yep, another delay. Pushing back 5. But all of you tuned in on their Kindred Digital Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and fueled by your neighborhood Par-Mar stores. Thanks you all for having us on there too. And I think every once in a while, Butch has been doing a little live check-in with the folks at Huntington as they take on GW up on the hill. I think last score I saw 14-0. Handoff left side. The ball carrier makes his way. Nice cut back to the middle as he gets across the 20, and he gets leveled as he works his way back towards the middle of the field, and that is Berger again on the carry. He got back the 5 that he lost on the delay of game and actually gained a couple of more, so give him 6 yards on the game. Massey
That's my
Lance
guy.
Massey.
He loves hip-hop.
2 wideouts left, single wideout right. Hand off straight back to the running back on a pistol, actually on the Wildcat type deal to Berger. And Berger goes, that yard. We went a yard beyond the original line of scrimmage. He actually lost that. So we're back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 coming up now for South Charleston. Clock continues to roll. 4:10 left to play. The question will be the rolling clock in the second half. I know we normally only do it in the fourth quarter. We'll see if some special concessions might be made in that second half, especially if the Knights are able to add another score here before the end of this first half.
Hopefully.
2 wideouts left, single wideout right. Ball far side of the field. Here's a snap taken by Taylor. Actually hands it back over to Berger. Cuts back across the middle, gets a nice run as he cuts back towards the near side. And
Nice
I've checked
tackle.
that is Hayes on the carry. And Hayes, he ran about 20 yards to pick up a total of about 6.
And I think that tackle was my number 28, Jacob Jeffrey.
Jeffrey in on the stop. 4th down and a long 4 coming up. Hayes literally ran about 20 yards to pick up that short 5.
And they're punting. Why are they punting? I mean, I understand that,
Well, their punting game's getting a little better. They're getting a little deeper on a couple of them here.
but try it.
Hayes back at his own 17-yard line. We got a player jumped off sides. Is there a call? I don't think so.
They're not letting that go?
And football is caught by Shockey on the near sideline. You heard the big round of applause. It is the football is going to go out of bounds at the 47-yard line. And I don't see a flag, so I guess they did not call it.
Okay, so this kid took off. He was 5 yards from the line of
before the
scrimmage.
snap, yeah, on the near sideline.
I mean, he was running. And you just, they're just going to let it go. It's Canadian rules now. It's Canadian rules. Punt on 3rd down, man in motion across the line
We're
of
going to
scrimmage.
start putting 4 in motion at the same time.
Absolutely.
So, towards the line of scrimmage. All right, Salmon's back out at quarterback once again. Also, we've got Caleb Kitchen back out there too. Also in the backfield, it is Ray. 2 wideouts right, single wideout left. Salmon's out of the pistol formation. Handoff is to Kitchen. Nope, bobbled. It's picked up off the turf there by Salmons. He was trying to pull it back out, and it bobbled it. So it's going to go down, really no gain on the play. Got back to the line of scrimmage, but he got a good bounce off the turf that time to go back into his hands.
And I tell you, I noticed some things. I mean, I'm sure that Salmons has been on this field probably as long as his dad's been coach.
Oh, he's been ball boy here forever.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, it's different actually playing within the lines, but the speed of the game seems pretty good with him. He doesn't seem like anything's rushed. He's very deliberate with his efforts. So,
well, he's out of the pistol once again, takes a snap, and hands off on the reverse deal this time, coming towards the near side, gets across the 50, 45, 40, 30, 30 25, 20. Ray across the 10, one man to beat, and he throws him out of bounds, and he'll go into the end zone. Touchdown. 52 yards on the run this time by Ray. Great job on it by Aiden Ray, the sophomore, and it's 61-0.
Hey, he's got a good stride, doesn't he?
Yeah. He had some, that second step that he got there when he got to the outside, 52-yard.
Yeah, he has a very good stride. Look, they're calling people out to go, and they're just running. Anybody that wants to go out here.
This will be the time when you were the younger on the team, like you're that sophomore freshman. You you volunteer for anything. You go on out.
Yeah, anything you got, Coach.
Anything you go. 2:08 left to play. And is it still Hornbuckle? Nope, we have a new kicker.
19.
We have a new kicker out there now, and that is Andrew LaFawn. LaFawn on to kick it off. Salmons will be the holder this time.
They're familiar with each other. He won a turf bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cabell County Championship, rather. It's a 3-0 game. Only points by LaFawn.
And we got penalty flags coming in. Defensive offsides. I will admit that there's some more fans did turn out over on the far side, so that 7 o'clock kickoff might have threw some people off a little bit.
Those guys are here for the cross-country meet tomorrow.
We got a county meet again tomorrow?
I think they have something. They always do something at this field.
All right, LaFont on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is no good. 2:08 left to play, first half, 60-second break right here on 97.9 The River.
We offer the latest in innovative technology, from state-of-the-art online and mobile banking technology to fast and easy online mortgage and loan application from the comfort of your home, and with experienced local bankers to guide you along the way. We have the technology. We have the team. Call us today. We're an equal housing lender. Ohio Valley Bank. Community first. Member FDIC.
The Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, the exclusive provider of sports medicine services to Marshall University Athletics, is pleased.
The Night Flight with Big John coming up after the game right here on 97.9 The River.
LaFont's kickoff sails all the way back to the 10-yard line. The return man brings it up across the 15, 20, and stood up at the 22-yard line. And on the return that time, it was Elijah Pendleton for the Black Eagles.
Yeah, this is all on that kickoff. Some of the Eagles were taking some liberties with the Knights. The Knights have a lot of freshmen that are playing who are at freshman size, freshman weight, and one of them got planted by a Black Eagle, and he kind of stood over him. And I'm thinking, it's kind of hard to stand on someone when you're 61 down. But
and you still got another half of football to go.
You got another half to go, but I'm sure the sideline saw that.
All right, South Charleston will have the football. 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Taylor, the quarterback, he took over a little while ago, early on in that, towards the back end of that first quarter from Caden Hackman, who went out injured and has not returned. The freshman looks like he's having to go the rest of the way here. Takes a snap, bobbles it, picks it up off the turf, fires back over to the far side. The receiver makes the grab at the line, and he gets stood up big time.
Got hit by two of them.
Over on the far sideline, and on the reception that time, it was Pendleton.
I think it was Pratt that hit him.
Yeah, it looked like another big hit over there. And also
coming 25.
Yeah, also coming off on the near side, that's Loesch.
Yeah, it was Caleb Loesch that
Loesch
hit him.
made it, yeah. Massey in on the stop.
Second down and 7.
Second and 7, 3-yard pickup on the play. Taylor out of the shotgun, quick pass back over to the far side once again, and the receiver's going to step out of bounds after a couple-yard pickup on the play. On the defensive side of the league, Pratt once again, Pendleton on the reception. Only picked up about 2 yards, 3rd and 5 coming up. Left, right out right. Quick pass once again. Now we're going to go for the streak down the field, and to be almost intercepted. The Middleton ran into the defender and almost getting the hand. In fact, did get a hand on it with Zach Ramey, and it was incomplete. 4th down coming up once again, and on comes the punting unit for South Charleston. We're going to have to total up a couple things at the halftime. How many punts South Charleston has had, and we got to find out their yardage because they're definitely not in positive yards yet. Dominating.
For the game?
Huh?
For the game?
For the game.
For
For the game. I don't know about the season. All I know is they've been outscored 214-0 coming into this one. Hayes back to punt the football away once again. Play clock down to 33. They're just letting that.
But the clock's not running.
Clock's
so
not rolling, so
yeah, he can just go
wait all he wants. I don't know if he realizes that the clock's not rolling.
Maybe he's taking a break. He's played a lot.
Here's a snap under the pressure. High sky punt, and it is going to take, or on the run coming near side as Ramey picks it up at the 40, cuts across to the 35, breaks a tackle there to the 30, near side of the 25 to the 21, man to beat, cuts to the right at the 10, 5, into the end zone, touchdown. Wow. That was an impressive run back that time by Ramey. He was going to let it roll, and it kind of bounced right to him, and then he took it on in.
I think that guy was waiting.
Zach Ramey with his second touchdown of the night, 67-0.
Oh, this is funny. Look, you could say no matter how aged they are, the players are on the sideline playing with a Nerf ball.
And they've been doing that for the last quarter.
Yeah, that's back to like you would imagine. They're sitting here just playing touch football here.
LaFawn's extra point kick is up. Last one he missed. This one he misses. 67-0 with 1 minute left to play here in this first half. We will keep it right here as we get ready.
All right, so let's talk about some concessions here. They can go to 6-minute quarter.
We're going to the concession stands?
Concessions.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Concessions. Terms of art concession. So we're going to go with 6-minute quarters maybe and running clock?
That's what Huntington High did when they faced South Charleston. Going old school on the music, that's a good thing. Jason Toy, Kent Bryson here with you. Thanks to Lowell Austin back in the studio in Huntington. Those of you checking in with us on our Kindred Digital Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, fueled by your neighborhood Par-Mar stores. Butch Mount taking care of us here tonight on that side of things.
We got the OG.
Yes, got the OG here with us tonight.
A VP. We should ask him whether he likes the new upgrade to the press box.
The new upgrade?
The new upgrade.
Oh, yes, right, the new internet.
The new upgrade.
Yeah. Hey, we're stepping up in 2023 here. So here, LaFawn's kick, high end over end. It's going to be fielded on the run there at the 15. It's bobbled, picked up on the turf, still on the turf, and he's going to be wrapped up and brought down. He bobbled it about 3 or 4 times, and that was Walton once again. And they had an opportunity to get some positive yards, but yeah, it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line with 54.6 seconds left to play in this first half. Now, we will have a full halftime, even though we kicked this game off at 7 o'clock, folks, and we are approaching almost 8:30 now.
And running clock can help us keep it under, the 9:15 under.
So at the halftime, we'll take some time to recap scoring. We might have to recap some, take a break, and then come back and recap the rest of it. But we'll take a look at some scores from other games because usually on the 7 o'clock kickoff, there's not a lot of scores because we've usually bolted through the first half. All right, there's the football. It goes out the back of the end zone, and it is going to sail out. Now, he tried to pick it up and then realized he got hit. That was Hayes. So you're going to it was a good thing he let it go because if he tried to pick it up and bobbled it again, it could have been another touchdown.
Well, he saved 4 points. It's like using cut rate insurance?
Yeah.
You save by changing your insurance. He saved by changing the down in position.
That was another bad snap. It makes the score 69-0. 47 seconds left to play.
Now, this is going to tell me a lot what happens here on this kick. And I'm not going to tell you what I think is going to happen, but I got a couple ideas what I could see possibly happening. This is going to tell me where this Midland coaching staff is tonight.
Right now they're trying to find players.
Yeah, they're short. They don't have a kick returner in.
Mm-hmm. Bryson Smith will check in.
So I think if they take a fair catch on this kickoff, free kick rather, a fair catch, that tells me they're going to knee it and go into the half. But if they get a return on this, I don't know if South Charleston can stop them.
Well, we can tell you that Aiden Ray will split over to the far side. And near side with the football, on the near side of the football field, it's LaFawn. They are standing back at about the 20-yard line, respectively. Now, you're going to put it from the 20.
Yeah, they got to move up. They don't understand.
Yeah,
they got to move up. They're sitting there, look, they don't get it. Now they're all running. They got to get to the 30.
The free kick from the 20, and you have the option to go and punt or to tee it up, and they are going to tee it up. And we have not seen her since the opening kickoff, and Isabella Marino. She will tee it up at the 20-yard line near hash mark. She has a 10-yard walk-off. 2 steps, 3 steps to her left. Here she goes with the approach. And she'll put it on the ground. It'll be fielded right there at the 42-yard line. He'll bounce back, down stepped over to the right side, gets an open lane temporarily, finds the seam, gets across the 40, 35 and forced out of bounds over the far side on the return that time is Cannon Dillon, a sophomore, wearing number 21 on the return and gives the Knights some pretty good field position. 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Let's see what they're discussing here.
Salmons will be the quarterback. Also in that backfield, it'll be Brody Simpkins. Also out on the field, a couple of new jerseys out there. And Elijah Thompson, another freshman. And looks like they're
lining up as if they are, but let's see. No, he's not. Well, he still may. See the formation where they're not offset?
Yeah, Levi Reed is out there. So this is the knee down, and this is what we saw against Ironton. If the officials don't place the football real quickly, that'll be it for the first half. And that is going to be it. All right. We're going to let the final 30 seconds roll off the clock. We'll go into halftime in a dominating first half. Cabell Midland 69. South Charleston nothing. Halftime report coming up. We're going to recap all the scoring from this first half. Those of you on our Kidron Digital Marshall Orthopedics Game of the Week broadcast with our friends from your neighborhood Par-Mar stores, you get a chance to check out the 11-time, count them, 11 consecutive time champions, state champions in West Virginia, the Cabell Midland Marching Band. They're going to be coming out here with their performance for tonight. That's all coming up as the halftime report is up your way next, right here on 97.9 The River.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week is presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute. Fueled by your neighborhood Par-Mar store. If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. And sponsored by Huntington Highway Safety Distracted Driving, Chase & Elkin State Farm, Taxmasters Pro Books, and Kid Sale.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office would.
Association All-State named first chair percussionist, drum major J.R. Ash, assisted by Erica Bynes and Marcus Blanks. And our special guest alumnus, Grayson England. The Marching Knights will be performing selections from their 2023 competition show, Behind the Mask. Selections include Chandelier, the main theme from Phantom of the Opera, The Sounds of Silence, their percussion feature, The Masquerade, and their finale tonight, The Rose. The Marching Knights family would like to invite you to join us tomorrow for their annual Governor's Cup Marching Band Series regional competition, Knights at the Round Table, here at the Castle, beginning at 11 a.m. 21 of West Virginia's most prestigious and top band programs will be joining us for the event. As the Marching Knights pursue their 12th state championship this year, they would like to dedicate this year's marching band season to their former band director, Tim James. So Knight Nation, please give a resounding applause for the winningest high school marching band program in the state of West Virginia, the best band in the land. And we are the Cabell Midland High School Marching Knights. Drum major J.R. Ash, is your band ready?
big for us, Gary. I'm very proud of it.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week is presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute. Fueled by your neighborhood Par-Mar store. If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. And sponsored by Huntington Highway Safety Distracted Driving, Chase & Elkin State Farm, Tax Masters Pro Books, and Kid Sale.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office, will you activate the crisis team? This is not a drill.
In Cabell County Schools, we are ready, alert, and aware.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends, and we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
At Food Fair, fresh produce means we use local farmers and agriculture to provide the best for your family, from the farm into your hands. Convenience means providing cut-and-ready fruits and vegetables that give your family freshness without the prep time. By downloading the Food Fair app, you can shop fresh, collect Cart Cash rewards, and even have freshness delivered right to your door. Download the Food Fair app today and start shopping. Food Fair, conveniently fresh.
East looking for their first win of the season, taking on Allegheny and Allegheny, Virginia. It's 21-8 Allegheny. In a game earlier, it was postponed until Monday at 7. It was Greenbrier East on the losing end of Bluefield, 34-19 the final score on that one. No score, John Marshall in Washington. Ripley on the road at Marietta. That game in the fourth quarter already. It's Marietta 43, Ripley 3. Oak Hill taking on Lincoln County, 35-0 Oak Hill. That game in the third quarter. It is Preston and Robert C. Byrd knotted up at 0-0. Real quick in AA, a couple of games of interest in our region. And a Point Pleasant on the road at Scott, 27-0 Scott on top. Also Winfield hosting Wayne. This one 20-15. It's Winfield Generals right now on top. Chapmanville at Nitro, 22-20. That game at the half for you. Hoover, they're looking to go back-to-back with home wins at their brand-new stadium. Got the win last week, looking to go again. They're taking on AAA Hedgesville, and they are on top, 28-8. That game at the half right now with Herbert Hoover leading the way there so far here. Polka at home taking on Logan, 20-7 the score. That one in the second quarter as well. Halftime continues here at the Castle in Ona as South Charleston coming back out on the field. We're starting to see the Cabell Midland locker room open back up. They'll come back up, get warmed up. We'll get ready to roll in the second half. We'll set the stage for it next right here. 97.9 The River.
Can't get much for $5 these days unless...
Is that a real song?
I think she liked it.
Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Piggy Bank.
Hi, I'm Tarambas Patrick from Charleston, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you'll find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that gold and blue pride at your local Par-Mar store. We are coming to your neighborhood soon. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, we have you covered. Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. Food, gas, groceries, and more, we are gold and blue proud, and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.
You really can't get much for $5 these days, unless...
Is that a real song?
I think she liked it. Your choice of sandwich plus all this for just $5 is worth celebrating. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Piggy Bag.
Here, you want to stand on this side and watch? You guys are more than welcome to. Yes, I got teary-eyed. So. Time is Cabell Midland on top, 69-0. Still have not heard back yet from the officials if what the clock is going to represent. They are doing 6-minute clock. Clock manager, take a look out there. 6-minute clock. 6-minute clocks we're going to roll with here. 6-minute quarters here for the second half. All right, so we got the answer to that. It's not rolling, but it's 6 minutes at least till the fourth quarter, right?
It may still be rolling. I'm holding out hope. I still got that 9:15 over-under for this game.
Yeah. All right, the officials going out at the center field to get things set up once again. This is one thing I never understood is this side. You know, you come back out the second half, you still got to go back captains once again. Are you reminding them who's going to which direction?
I think so. And you also –
all the years I've played, I've never figured that out.
And they're also telling them to maintain sportsmanship.
Yeah.
This is actually – even though the score of this game has been very lopsided from the start –
yeah,
I would say that one of the things that's probably been the most amazing about it is that it's been a fairly well-played game as far as sportsmanship. There hasn't been anything that's been, sort of outside the lines or anything like that. In a game like this, it could easily turn the other way, but, they're still playing hard. And that's something I got to say. The South Charleston coach a couple of weeks ago, he made a post about the team, and they had just played Huntington, and he was talking about what that experience meant for his team to play a team that's the defending state champ. And he's very complimentary, but he's very positive about his team as well and keeping them together. And that's sort of been exhibited. Like the South Charleston is upbeat on the sideline. Now, they're not playing well, but they're still very upbeat on the sideline.
Well, we'll see what happens here because the Knights are going to kick off.
Well, they got 12 people on the field, I think.
Well, no, he's on the sideline. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They
got 11 now?
11, yeah.
Okay.
That guy looks like he's on the field, but he's on the sideline. All right, here we go. LaFawn's going to kick it off, going from right to left. The Knights back out in the red uniforms, red pants, red jerseys, white numerals, pewter helmets. All white uniforms of South Charleston with the orange numerals trimmed in black, a little black on the sleeves, and kind of that dark pewter type looking helmet. They
look like Oregon State.
Yeah, kind of like that look. LaFawn will tee it up. Back deep. Once again, it will be Hayes for the Black Eagles.
Hayes has done everything tonight.
69-0 our score. We start things off here in the second half. All right, officials, not sure. Talking about here. All right, checking things. All right, official gives the final okay. LaFawn with the approach, end-over-end kick. It's going to sail over to the far side. Hayes is going to chase it down, bounce it off his shoulder pad, picks it up at the 7. Far side, tries to bring it back to the near side. Got 3 red jerseys chasing him, tries to cut back in the middle, takes a hit, falls at the 15 and falls forward to about the 19-yard line. Doesn't make it back to the 20, so 1st and 10 for South Charleston, just underway in the second half. Just tuning in, it's been all Cabell Midland, 69-0. It is a 6-minute half right now, and Shelton on the stop, a freshman for Cabell Midland. Officials.
I think is it Kean?
Officials stopping the clock.
See?
It's not running clock.
This is like getting socks for Christmas. That's all this is. This is socks for Christmas. You think it's a nice present, you shake it up. You think it's that hoodie you want or that jersey, and it's socks.
Taylor, the quarterback, the freshman, been going at it here tonight. In the backfield, it is the junior and Trey Hayes. He's offset to the right. 2 wide outside of the way, ball near hash mark. Taylor slaps his hands, takes a snap, handoff, hit in the backfield one time. Hayes gets to the line of scrimmage and then trying to fall forward. 4, 5 red jerseys in there on the stop leading the way. You could tell the youngsters in there on the stop because all of them tackling high. And on the stop that time leading the way, it is Ethan Perkins, a senior for the Knights. Browning on the stop too for the Knights. 2nd down and 5 coming up. Clock continuing to roll. Under 5 minutes left to play, third quarter. 69-0 our score. Ball near hash mark, 2 out outside the way. Taylor, quick pass back behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. And good job defensively by the Knights. Coming up on the stop, it was Massey. And on the reception over on the far side, once again, it is Pendleton, who's been kind of the main receiver here tonight for South Charleston. Why is the clock stopped? Oh, they said incomplete.
And
they bobbled it. That's right.
Hey,
so
Massey put the heat on him.
Yeah, he knocked it loose. 3rd and long 5 coming up. Taylor out of the shotgun. Has Hayes offset to his left. Double wide outside the way. Slaps his hands, puts a play in motion. Bobbled again on the turf. He'll pick it up, looks to get rid of the football, fires it back across the middle, goes incomplete. There was a receiver in the area, so it's not going to be grounding. And the intended receiver once again was Walton. And he'll bring up 4th down, and on comes the punting unit again. Number 10 punt tonight.
Hey, that's got to be a record.
I did not check the most points scored in the Midland game.
I have. We were here for it. I think it was a game against I want to say it was a game against Princeton.
Yes, you're right.
I think it was a game against Princeton. It was a famous line that the guy said, they're running out of fireworks here.
That's right. That's right. All right, here's the punt for Hayes, and this one's blocked, and it's going to roll. It's going to be picked up at the near sideline by the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and finally forced out of bounds on the near side. On the return this time, it was Elijah Pratt for the Knights. And let's see, they're going to put it down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal coming up for Cabell Midland on top, 69-0, 4:25 left to play, third quarter.
Now, I guess our question is, who's actually going to play for Midland?
Let's see, Salmon's finished out the quarter.
He's coming back.
He's coming back in once again. All right, let's see who they put in the backfield.
I'm going to go with
Kitchen is going to be one of the backs.
44.
Yep.
And 26. No, 44 and 20.
20. That is Bailey. Hand off to Kitchen. Kitchen keeps it right side out of the leg, cuts back across the middle in the end zone. Touchdown, Cabell Midland. 8-yard touchdown run this time for Kitchen. And this one will stick for him this time because if I'm not mistaken, he had one called back last time.
And we're getting close to that magic number. I want to say I thought it was 77. So this kick, if good, will be 76. They got a new kicker.
Well, it's LaFawn again.
Is that 49 or 19?
It's 19, it looks like.
Okay.
Yep, that is LaFawn.
Okay.
So 8-yard touchdown run. And this was bobble through. LaFawn chasing it down, going to roll out. Got a fire play going on. He's going to run the football, cuts it back up across the middle, still on his feet to the 10. He'll be wrapped up and brought down there. So it's 75-0 with 4:19 left to play in this third quarter. Wow. All right. And how many times tonight have we seen South Charleston bobble on the snap? I understand you have a freshman out there playing at a big-time level here, obviously on the varsity side.
I'm going to go how many times I have it, so it's going to be 4. I think it was 3 for the first quarterback and 1 for this guy.
Yeah, and bobbled the snap several times here tonight. And, of course, a lot of that's looking upfield first before actually getting the football.
Oh, this kid's scared to death. He was QB3. He probably was happy to be here. He didn't think he was actually going to have to play. And then he ends up going in the first quarter?
James Bill's seeing some action for the first time here tonight for the Knights, the freshman. Wearing number 88 out there. LaFawn will kick it off. Also out there, we're seeing Paul Bond, a sophomore, wearing number 82, lining up on the near side. Bryson Smith back out there too. LaFawn with the kick, end over end. They're going to let this one roll out the back of the end zone. Smart play. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line with 4:19 left to play in this third quarter. 75-0. Cabell Midland on top.
All right, so this is really going to be – the next one will be a record.
I think not a record. What was it, 70?
I thought it was 77. I'll have to check with Mr. Ball, but I'm pretty sure it was 77 was the number.
Mr. Ball, what's the record in points? What's the record in points? What's our biggest score ever? Now?
Okay.
So it is a new Midland record in scoring, 75 points tonight. Hand off to the first man through, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. 72 was the previous record. 75 now the new record.
And counting.
And counting. We're not done yet.
And counting.
Now, this team gave up 86 points against Huntington High. That was in the first half, though, in their game. So.
And Huntington would note that I think there was a running clock for the entirety of the second half.
Yes, there was, which I would imagine you probably get that here soon. But the clock is rolling off a little quicker now. Keeping the ball on the ground. Taylor out of the shotgun. Direct snap to Hayes. Hayes on the delay. Up across the near side of the 20, 25 to the 30. Near side of the 35 and forced out of bounds on the near sideline. 1st and 10 now for South Charleston. I believe that is their second first down of the night.
It is.
And it will step out of bounds at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up now for South Charleston. Three-minute mark coming up here. Taylor out of the shotgun. 2 wideouts to his left, single to the right. Hand off to Hayes. Hayes on the left side, cuts back across the middle. Met there by one of the big men there for the Cabell Midland Knights. The football popped out. They're going to say he was down, but that big hit was laid there by Dawson. I believe that was Dawson Cooper, if I'm not mistaken, out there. Yep, that was Cooper. In there on the hit.
Man, if you're a Midland player, this is a game that you really enjoy because you get to see all your teammates play. And that's always a lot of fun for the guys to cheer for their teammates. They practice so hard, and you want everyone to do well. So this gives you an opportunity to actually see you in real game time.
Hand off of Hayes, left side. He'll be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage and brought down. The football popped out again, and I believe they got it back. Hayes jumped back on it. He got about one. He lost 2 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and 9. Big number 75 back there for the Knights, and back there was Brendan Armstead, the freshman. He'll run off towards the near side. Also seeing some action is Alex Randolph, the junior.
I think Bradley Perry's in as well, number 79.
Keenan Shelton, freshman, checking in. Defensive end towards the near side. Braden Benedict in at the defensive line. Hayes take this direct snap back over to on the new ball carrier this time. Once again, this is a Berger. And direct snap to him, and he goes out of bounds on the far side and will lose yardage. It'll bring up fourth down again, 4th down and 12.
Just go for it. I mean, what's
going to hurt? Yeah. I mean, if you punt it, you got to run the risk of giving up another return.
Yeah, I feel like you're almost putting your team at a disadvantage by actually punting it because, kickoff coverage is very dangerous.
Hayes.
They are going for it, it looks like.
Yep.
No, he's punting.
Yeah, Hayes is going to go back deep. He stands at his own 23-yard line. Gets a snap, rolls near the side.
That's the worst thing to
lose yardage.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, that's not good. Hayes going to be wrapped up and brought down. Another loss on the play, and then on the stop, it was Shelton, the freshman, coming in on it. And 1st and 10 for the Knights inside the 30-yard line. It's going to be at the 28-yard line. 33.9 seconds left to play. The Knights have already set a school record here in their 30th year of existence, 75 points tonight, with an opportunity to add more to it. It will be Salmons back out at quarterback once again. I think we had one too many players on the field. Now they'll swing him off towards the near side. Salmons out of the shotgun, has backs offset on either side, and he'll keep it himself. Runs towards the near side, gets across the 25 to the 20, middle of the field. He jumps over to the defender at the 12. And if he made that jump, he would have been gone to the end zone.
Did you see? 75 was ready for him. He was like, go to the outside, and he cut it on the inside.
Yep. Salmons picks up the 1st down. 1st and 10, 13 seconds left. That's going to be it for the third quarter. 75-0. We go to the 4th and final quarter. It's all Cabell Midland. 60-second break right here on 97.9 The River.
Hungry for us.
When you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles an hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
At Food Fair, fresh produce means we use local farmers and agriculture to provide the best for your family, from the farm into your hands. Convenience means providing cut and ready fruits and vegetables that give your family freshness without the prep time. By downloading the Food Fair app, you can shop fresh, collect cart cash rewards, and even have freshness delivered right to your door. Download the Food Fair app today and start shopping. Food Fair, conveniently fresh.
It takes you home from work, weekday afternoons right here on 97.9 The River.
Fresh 6 minutes up on the clock. We go to the final quarter here, and this should be a rolling clock here as they set the clock in motion. Roll the clock. There we go. We had to remind them to roll the clock here. It's a rolling clock, fourth quarter now. All right, here we go. Salmons out of the pistol formation, has a back lined up behind him. Salmons takes a snap. Now he bobbles it, and the back has to go back and get it, and he does. Almost a turnover there. Could have been that first turnover of the night. And that is Brody Simpkins, the freshman that went back and picked it up. So a loss on the play.
Clock's still rolling.
Yep. 5.5 minutes left to play. All right, 20-yard lines where the football is placed now after the loss. Put it down, a loss of about 8 on the play. 2 wide outside the way. Out of the pistol. Once again, it is Simpkins in the backfield. Handoff is to him up the middle. He'll break it out towards the near side up the middle. Gets across the 15 to the 10, and he lowers his shoulder, drives his way down to about the 9-yard line. And on the stop, it is Walton for the Black Eagles. Third down and 7 coming up. Simpkins comes off on the near side, hobbling a little bit. Gordon Dillard will check into the lineup now. He'll be the back. He'll line up behind Salmons. Salmons looks over the team, takes a snap, Handed off to Dillard up the middle. He gets across the 5, still on his feet, powers his way down to about the 2-yard line. Comes in off the bench first time, the ball carrier. And Gordon Dillard, the junior, gets it down. Did he get the first down? I think he's going to be just a little bit short of the first down. They're going to mark him. Yep. It's going to be 4th down and about 1.
Wow.
Less than 1.
At the 2. You think they take a knee?
I don't know.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's a hard
Actually,
call.
they put the football down at about the 1.5. So Salmon's out of the shotgun, takes a snap, and he does take the knee. That's respect right there.
Yeah, I knew that was – it seemed like it was going to happen here.
Take the knee down, turns the ball back over on downs, back over to South Charleston. That clock will continue to roll, 3:44 left to play. Up next for Cabell Midland, it's on the road next week, taking on the Parkersburg Big Reds.
That's a big game. Parkersburg was actually beating their cross-town rival, South. And,
at Stadium Field. So
yeah, and Parkersburg's another one of those teams. You know, traditionally they were generally very good. They've been down, but this year is probably the most senior-laden team that they've had, and they're expecting some big things. So it's going to be a packed game next week.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I heard that they finally may have torn down the visiting side bleachers that had been condemned for a long time. So I heard that, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, clock continuing to roll down as the Midland defense back out. And in the backfield this time, it will be Berger. Taylor out of the shotgun. Low snap, handoff back to Berger. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, falls forward, works his way up close to the 10-yard line. Give him a pickup of about 2 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up, and continuing to roll that clock. South Charleston, for them next week, doesn't get any easier. They get to go up and play GW. So GW currently right now on the losing end of things up at Huntington High.
And GW is actually going to need that game as the season goes on. They're going to need the victory. So I can imagine that's going to be a very, very long night for the Black Eagles.
Taylor with the pass back over to the far side. The receiver makes the grab and will lose some yardage on the play. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Minute 50 left to play in regulation. Taking their time. Taylor out of the pistol, actually out of the shotgun, has a back off to his right. Takes a snap, handoff is to him. He'll cut back across the middle to the outside, gets across the 10 to the 15. Good enough for the 1st down to move the chains. And gets it up to the 20-yard line. Clock continuing to roll.
Well, that's probably going to take us down the last few plays. Tomorrow, for all you Knight fans that are listening, Cabell Midland is hosting their band festival. It starts at 11 a.m. I believe that the Marching Knights will be doing a performance later, exhibition. They can't win their own tournament, or they would, but they will definitely put on, I believe they're going to debut their show. They're going to debut their show, so you can get an early jump on seeing what we believe will be the record-setting 12th state championship.
I'm looking forward to it. Tomorrow, the Knights, they ran 2 players off the field. They were just about a yard from going off the field, and the official threw the flag. I mean, come on. Seriously.
I think they're trying to see if South Charleston can score.
All right, so penalty, move the football up across to, well.
How many yards are they giving them on that?
10 yards.
Wow.
Look, they're going to get them for too many players on the field is what they're going to get them for on it. So, all right, another 1st down. I don't know, really, wow. Okay. 1st and 10 for South Charleston. 34 seconds left. This will probably be the last play.
He
drops it, hands it off over there to
he dropped it again.
Over to Hayes, and the ball goes. Will it go out of bounds finally?
He fumbled it. Definitely.
He fumbled. The Knights come up with the recovery, and that's going to be it. 20 seconds left. They're going to let the clock continue to roll on down here. Cabell Midland will come away with the victory, 75-0 over the South Charleston Black Eagles. They'll get lined up at midfield, shake some hands, and get ready to wrap things up. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap it all up tonight. Big win for the Knights, 75-0, right here on 97.9 The River.
Look at the numbers on the Knights uniform.
Here at Mount West is to facilitate student success in a variety of ways.
Students know that somebody cares. They know that there's somebody on the other table that is willing to do everything they can to make them successful.
Somebody can walk in the door not knowing what they want to do, and they can talk through what their options might be.
There's a program or a pathway for you here at Mount West. We have a pathway for anybody.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Night, Cabell Midland picking up the victory over the South Charleston Black Eagles, 75-0. We're not going to put you through it, folks, and recapping all the scoring, but we can tell you the Knights obviously dominating early on in this ball game back in the first half, and going at 69-0, and then of course adding one more score in that second half, and that was Elijah Kitchen on the 8-yard touchdown run there. So it's a victory. They moved on. South Charleston obviously got a lot of things to work on. They got a lot of things to try to build up there, and it's going to be a long road to hoe. So I give credit to South Charleston. They played out the rest of the game. That was the thing. They did not quit, so that's a good thing. The Knights got a lot of players in, which was a good thing too. Helps out with experience, especially later on in the year. So now the Knights got to get back because they take on Parkersburg next week.
Toughest game of the year thus far. I mean, I wanted to see whether Parkersburg was actually any good. They didn't really play any tough competition, admittedly. This is the toughest game. It's a rivalry game against their crosstown rivals.
Last report we had, they're
winning.
They were winning by 8 points, I think, or something like that. So we'll see how that shakes out. But, yeah, it should be a much more tough competition next week.
And I don't know the start time for that game. But
7:30 kickoff, 7 o'clock airtime.
Okay.
So.
But I will tell you, from being up at that facility, it's in a residential neighborhood, and parking is very tight.
Yep.
So if you expect to go to this game, you need to allocate enough time to actually get to the stadium, park your vehicle, and get a good seat.
And also get some good pizza while you're up there, too. So, Kent, thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate it. I know you got the call in the 11th hour to come in. So all the best to our buddy Chris Tatum, feeling a little better, too. He should be with me next week. Kent's on standby next week.
Standby.
But we'll be up at Parkersburg coming up next Friday night. 7 o'clock pregame. 7:30 will be the kickoff from Stadium Field in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Big thanks to Lowell Austin back in the studio taking care of us tonight. Big thanks to Butch Mounts, the legend, taking care of the video side of things for us tonight, too. And a big thanks to my buddy Kent Bryson for hanging out with us tonight. And our big thanks to you for spending your Friday evening with us. Big win for Cabell Midland, 75-0 over South Charleston for the entire crew. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good night.
Go Knights.
When you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds. At 55 miles an hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
Hi, I'm Doug Nestor. I'm from Canova, West Virginia, and when I'm back home, you can find me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that gold and blue pride at your local Par-Mar store. We are coming to your neighborhood soon. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Maryland, we have you covered. Download the Par-Mar app and sign up for the Par-Mar Rewards Card. Food, gas, groceries, and more, we are gold and blue proud, and we are Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun casual joint.
Here at Thornhill, our goal is to provide you with the best automotive experience.
From our state-of-the-art facilities, amenities, and certified staff, we call family.
You'll be offered the best experience you deserve.
We take pride in our focus for customer care, bringing the best quality and support for all of our customers' needs.
What are you waiting for? It's your time to get behind the wheel with Thornhill.
Get started now at thornhillautomotive.com.
Just tag it at Thornhill, where it's all here for you. US 119 Chapmanville and Logan, WV to Belfry, Kentucky.